Microsoft's Excel video tutorial will introduce the concept of pivot tables. This is particularly useful when you have a large database of data that isn't easy to manipulate or create formulas for to get a better idea of what's going on with your data. Here we have a sample set of data that is the sales for a company that spans across multiple years, multiple product types, different prices for those products and quantities, as well as different day categories. So was it sold on a weekday, a weekend, or a holiday? To get started, just select one of the headers in your table, then go to Insert and Pivot Table. And it will show that it's selected all the data in Table 1, which is also indicated by this green dotted line going around your data range. And we'll go ahead and move this to a new worksheet just to keep it separated and clean. What this is telling us is to build a report or to start building this pivot table, we need to start choosing the different fields that we want to evaluate and include in that pivot table. We'll keep it simple by starting with total sales, and we can select that just by clicking this checkbox, or we can click it and drag it down to one of these four fields, which can be a filter, a column, a row, or a value. So what we can see here by moving that to the values field is that's giving us a sum of the total sales for all time across all customers and product categories. If we want to start adding some more depth to our pivot table, the next thing we can select is the product type. And this will break down all the different product types that we sold and the total sales dollars associated with each of those product types. We can also add in another value of quantity, so we can see also the total quantity we've sold of each of these different product types. And then maybe we're interested in seeing how well these products sold over different time frames or different years. Here we're interested in years, and you'll notice that as I brought this order date down, it automatically broke out quarters and years. So if I wanted to see how well I did in 2013, in quarter 2, I can see that even all the way down into a monthly basis for product sales. And I'll click minus to let that collapse back up. But since I'm only interested in years at this time, I'm going to remove the order date and remove the quarters. And now I can simply see for each product category the sales throughout each year, as well as the quantity sold throughout each year, and just see how those are trending. I can also create that as a filter so that it's not a part of the table. It keeps the pivot table a little bit more clean and easy to read. But instead, I can go up to this filter that was created and just select a given year or a given set of years to only look at that specific data for the values I have included, which are total sales and total quantity for each of these different product categories. I could also even continue to add more columns, more values, and more rows, or even more filters to continue to drill down into that data and try to get to those insights I'm trying to get to. So I'm going to add one more filter for day category. So now what I can do is I can see what products were sold, how many of those, how many dollar sales, and I can do that for a specific year. And I can also do that for a specific day category. So now I can really drill down and see how many batteries did I sell. I sold $800 worth, and I sold 100 of those in 2013 specifically on holidays. Or I can change that to something else, and we'll say on weekdays I only sold 8, and I only sold one of those. $8 worth, and it was only one of those. Thank you for watching, and feel free to reach out in the comments if you have any questions.